On the campus of Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland, the first ever Premier Lacrosse League game under the lights pits Atlas LC up against undefeated Whipsnakes, who have won all 3 of their games in overtime.
Yeah, baby!
And Rambo. Wow! He barely got himself out in front of the net. Baltimore made the save, but the rebound picked up and put home by Kluche. It lands off the bounce, and Kluche has it again. Rabel with an open look. He got it to the ground. And Earhart looking for 10. He scores!
From defense to offense, you've got a classic 4-on-3 fast break.
It is great to be back home.
Oh, it's a little special, a little extra special.
Love coming playing at Homewood.
Every game means everything for everybody on this field.
There's no better place in the world to play lacrosse in Homewood Field. That is lacrosse, and so to play on that field and to attend an event on that field, that's what lacrosse is.
Homewood Field is special. It's pretty simple. It's the most historic destination for lacrosse in the world. This is a university that was built around the sport of lacrosse. But lacrosse has been celebrated not only through Hopkins, but the greater Baltimore and state of Maryland, where lacrosse is the state sport. That all stems back to Johns Hopkins, and as a result, the field of which we played and competed on, and that's Homewood Field. There's history there, and every time you step on it, no matter who you are, you know that you're walking in the same footsteps as those that preceded you.
Put that over here for now, but then you think about the matchups, like all the Hopkins players, the Maryland players, all the hatred of years of banging heads. Like that goes back to me and Paul, and obviously more recently with like a Tinney, Rambo. Like they're guys that have been banging heads on that field forever. And to have the opportunity to witness that now at the pro level, now guys are even better, even more competitive, and get after each other even more, like it doesn't get any better than that.
This is a rivalry that I grew up loving. My dad and I would come to Homewood and watch Maryland Hopkins play every year.
Everyone talks about the tradition and history, and that's true. But for me, going through 4 years, practicing on it every day, all the sprints, all the conditioning, all the, to get to where I am, I think that's something, when I see it on the field that I always remember. So being able to go back out there is awesome, and be able to do it while playing professional sports is something that makes it even cooler.
The fans are going to see probably the most exciting game so far in the PLL. With all the guys just going back and forth, and the rivalry between the two teams are so intense and crazy, I think there's a lot of hate on the field when you go back and forth with Maryland and Hopkins, so I think it's going to be like a bloodbath out there, and everyone's just going to give it their all to try and get that W.
The opportunity to go back to Baltimore and bring this product to Baltimore really excites me, because it is the highest level of lacrosse available. It's the fastest game I've ever seen. I'm still figuring it out with how quickly this thing moves. And it's a really fun game to watch. And so I think a community that really has a deep understanding of the sport will really appreciate this brand of lacrosse.
It's going to be an absolute mess today.
That's going to work. Together on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
First face-off guy to go without a violation for an entire game, and he wins the opening face-off in a hurry. Henningberg, the quick look, and Peterson.
Hey, great start, brother.
Rolls around the back tunnel, still with it. He scores. Sergio Perkovic started to load it up. Danowski bumped off the ball, and Perkovic just powers one in. Roddy bounces one in.
Right out of the timeout.
Gutterding to a knee and back up. 5 seconds to shoot. He got it. And now a 2-on-1 in tight and behind the back pass and finish.
Bring out the next one. Bring out the next
Across the
one.
slide, finds the open Garnsey and an open cage for Henningberg. You might not want to leave him open today. That's his 5th.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
As Jones, the skip pass across, and there's a goal for Class.
That is still hanging in the forward.
Holman spins loose, takes the shot and scores.
Let's go, Morgan.
Hold the pole, and Newman for 2.
Pure core.
Back around the net, and the backhand from Fields gets through. Here he is. He's got a 2 already. He's got another one. Ryan Ambler out of Princeton, feeds it. Sims scores. This one worked back to Bird, and the quick feed. Whoa, what a play! Miles Thompson, the catch, and behind the back release.
We ride the highs, we get rid of the lows, but we do it most importantly together. Do it for the guy next to you, and let's take this home.
Rambo able to catch it, forward into the ground, spins away from Durkin, and scores. It lands off the bounce, and Kluche has it again. Rambo with an open look, he got it.
Good job, Paulie.
Here's Kluche. Down downhill, bounced wide, picked up and put home by Eric Long. Janachuk from 2, and he got it! Cashing in on the power play, Janachuk.
Hey, baby!
McCardle swims past Muller and brings it right to the net and scores. Rabel down the alley, the left hand free, he scores! Hartzell, Baptiste for 2! Trevor Baptiste! Whipsnakes come right back though, Ryan Treader! It's the 4th quarter, it's Treader time! And now it's Nardella for Treader, and he's got another one! Brown and Earhart looking for 10! He scores!
It looked like one team got tired and one team was hot the whole game. We started out slow, but don't sleep on the Whipsnakes. Come on, hop on the train. It's about to be week 5. It's getting too late now. We got it in regulation. Feels great. I got a lot of energy right now. Gonna go spend it with my son. You know, that's all you can ask for.